just as you, united in the quest to cut through the veil of illusion that distracts humanity into complexity, dimming the light within. And that is beautiful. I am royalty just as you. We are royalty. We are the gods and goddesses. We are divinity. We are the earth angels. We are here to live in our royalty. We're here to live with abundance and prosperity and to thrive and to help each other and love each other, heal each other. It's to be this place of oneness and beauty. This is the new earth I'm creating. And I hope, and in my heart, I hope that each of you are ready to co-create that as well and birth that into reality. But that is the truth. We are royalty, united in the quest to cut through the veil of illusion that distracts humanity, the veil of illusion that distracts humanity, I love that, into complexity, dimming the light within. And this is any egoic behavior that dims the light within, that causes any soul to feel that they are not divinity, they're not divine. Anybody who's projected that upon you in your journey that's caused you to feel you're small, you're insignificant, you're incompetent, you're not capable, you're not courageous enough, you're not smart enough. Anyone who has done that, in essence, has played in that game of basically distracting you into complexity and helping to dim your light. The question is, will you continue to allow that, or will you infuse your desire for truth? Because that is what I'm here to do, and that's what I hope to ignite in every one of you listening, is a desire to ignite truth. Instead of keep being caught up in the game of life that's all about distraction and complexity, it's all about jumping on the hamster wheel and spinning into exhaustion, thinking that your worth lies in what you're doing or what you're being, like your job, your titles, your roles, your physical vacating there. But we also have the opportunity to leave the mind space of ego identification and go into the heart. And that is humanity into complexity, dimming the light within. And that is beautiful. I am royalty just as you. We are royalty. We are the gods and goddesses. We are divinity. We are the earth angels. We are here to live in our royalty. We're here to live with abundance and prosperity and to thrive and to help each other and love each other, heal each other. It's to be this place of oneness and beauty. This is the new earth I'm creating. And I hope, and in my heart, I hope that each of you are ready to co-create that as well and birth that into reality. But that is the truth. We are royalty, united in the quest to cut through the veil of illusion that distracts humanity, the veil of illusion that distracts humanity, I love that, into complexity, dimming the light within. And this is any egoic behavior that dims the light within, that causes any soul to feel that they are not divinity, they're not divine. Anybody who's projected that upon you in your journey that's caused you to feel you're small, you're insignificant, you're incompetent, you're not capable, you're not courageous enough, you're not smart enough. Anyone who has done that, in essence, has played in that game of basically distracting you into complexity and helping to dim your light. The question is, will you continue to allow that, or will you infuse your desire for truth? Because that is what I'm here to do, and that's what I hope to ignite in every one of you listening, is a desire to ignite truth. Instead of keep being caught up in the game of life that's all about distraction and complexity, it's all about jumping on the hamster wheel and spinning into exhaustion, thinking that your worth lies in what you're doing or what you're being, like your job, your titles, your roles, your physical possessions. All these things are what make you who you are. It's all BS. It's all illusion. What makes you divine is your divinity. You are divinity. You don't have to do anything. You already are it. And so imagine if we really could break free of the shackles and really wake up to that truth that I am divinity. I am a freaking god. I am a goddess. Why would I ever tolerate things that caused enslavement? Why would I ever participate in that? Why would I ever co-create that? Why would I ever, allow it or even project it? Why? It's a distraction. And so that's a good question for us to tune into. Together, let us share in mankind's evolution. Boom, evolution time, mankind, humankind, this is what we're here to do. To embody the to embody the gold of the great central sun as a permanent symbol of our wisdom. Did you say something, Amnon?
Yeah, you have a caller. Tiffany is online.
I do? Awesome.
Hey,
Who is it?
Tiffany.
it's Tiffany.
Tiffany, how are you?
Good.
Good. So, Tiffany, do you have a question or did you have a comment that you wanted to share?
I have a question.
Okay.
The question is, about the wizard. I've been watching The Wizard of Oz on TV, and it's like, I really like The Wizard of Oz.
Okay, go ahead. You keep going. Go on.
Okay. Well, I didn't know exactly what her question was, but I'm really glad that she likes The Wizard of Oz. And I think The Wizard of Oz is actually an amazing expression of our own empowerment and helping us to actually really see that we have that power and we don't need to have some external wizard. If you think about the movie, that whole movie, that wizard was hiding behind a curtain, pretending to be powerful and pretending to be more powerful than others, and that the wizard could actually save anybody, and it was an illusion. And what was true was she discovered that she had that power within. So I think what Tiffany is expressing is that she loves that, and she loves that expression is igniting some kind of excitement in her. So I am grateful for that, and thank you for calling, Tiffany. Okay, so let's see. Where did I leave off on here? Okay, so the permanent symbol of our wisdom, greatness, and infinite peace. Pray with me in the temple of self. Together we will hold the purple flame with a golden heart, and all will be revealed. I am with you in truth and illusion, anchoring the shining gold of love through the mind's eye. And I love that. I am with you. The I am is source. It's God, whatever you want to call it, that which cannot be named. I am with you in truth as well as illusion. So when we are in our moments of truth, source is there. When we are denying truth, source is there. But it's all about, what do we choose? If we want to live enslaved, we're going to keep denying truth. We're going to stay caught up in the illusion. We're going to keep hanging out with people that are fake and, manipulate us and materialistic, and we're going to just stay playing in those games because we're distracting ourselves. But if we really want to enter that divinity, we're going to stop playing in those games and we're going to start being more truthful. And I am source is here no matter what you choose. If you choose to play in the old egoic way, or if you choose to live in a more aligned way, source is always there. But that choice of what we choose to show up with, our awareness, is how we as the Dorothys get ourselves free. It's how we get back home instead of feeling like we're lost. So, I am with you in truth and illusion, anchoring the shining gold of love through the mind's eye. Soon we will raise the great goddess from her sleep into the embrace of Ra. And I love that line because just today on my Facebook post, I said something about Tanya Love is wide awake. And I knew yesterday I was sitting at the table saying, I am a goddess. I am a creatress. You are gods and goddesses and creatresses. This is our divinity. Like, this is what we do. We don't have to, do anything to earn it. We are that. And so then I'm reading this and I'm like, that's awesome. Raise the great goddess from her sleep into the embrace of Ra. And once again, the white temple will rise for all to behold. And so if we really think of that statement within us, whether you're male or female listening, the goddess to me represents the feminine energy. And we are here to embody our aligned divine masculine, our aligned divine feminine energy in harmony within ourselves. And as we allow the goddess to rise from her slumber, this is symbolic of our planet that has been sleeping for a long time in regards to the divinity and to the honor of the feminine, to humanity's, ignorance to the fact that being still and meditative and receptive is just as important and powerful as taking action, to the ignorance and insanity that we have to always be fearfully, frantically doing without honor and reverence for our being. And this is where, like, if I'm not feeling my best, I'm not going to lead a workshop, because I have learned my lessons. I do not have to do that. And if others cannot understand that, and they can't show honor and reverence for my mirroring to them, then that shows there's some level of resistance in them to honor that in themselves. So that's okay, but I'm going to still mirror that. And so if each of us can see that we are here to embody that divinity, and if we allow the goddess to arise from her slumber, it's going to return us back to this beautiful, how did it say it? The white temple will rise for all to behold. Once more we are, with 13 moons upon our crown, the unity of the law of one. And it's all about oneness. We return to our state of oneness. We return to our alignment with Source. It's like Christ was teaching of being the great I am, and understanding I am the living light. And there's nothing that needs to be done. It's this awareness, this knowingness that you are divinity. And then it becomes a fun game, because we're here on this planet in a physical dimension to create. And then the question isn't just like, oh, what do I have to do? That whole like enslaving way of what do I have to do to be enough? How much money do I need to get? How many, nice cars do I have to get so the girls like me? And all this crap that we do from ego. And it shifts us into a higher vibrational place of what do I choose to create? And so like when we were doing our vision board class, I've taught many, and a lot of the girls admitted they've been to many that were all focused on materialism and manifesting material goals. Now, material goals are fine. There's nothing wrong with wanting a nice house or wanting to, own a boat or whatever you want to have. But what I helped them to process yesterday was, if we're entering in a state of creation from a place of, if I have this, I'll be happy, I'll be satisfied. If I have that many people like me, then I'll feel enough. It's coming from ego. And it will never be enough, because it'll always be that emptiness inside saying I'm not enough, so it needs more and more, and it consumes and it will destroy. Look at our planet. Look what we do when we're in ego energy. We consume and we destroy ourselves, our bodies, our environments. And so when we shift into a place of really being aligned with that divinity, the question is no longer, what do I need to do? What should I do? It is, what do I choose to give the earth? What do I choose to create? What do I choose from my heart to birth into reality? That is a higher heart's calling. And every one of you listening has that inside of you. Every one of you has it. Some of you might be working in jobs and businesses, and you're doing what you think you should do, what you've got to do. What do I need to do? You're in that energy. You're probably not very happy. You're probably not very fulfilled, probably exhausted. You're probably racing to work, cutting people off, flipping people the bird, ignoring your children when they talk to you, cutting your wife off. And you're miserable because you're racing to get somewhere, and it will never satisfy you, no matter how far away you race. But if you slow down, and if we come into this place of presence, and we remembered our divinity, and we started to really live with authenticity and truthfulness, we would no longer be asking, what do I need to do? It would be, what do I choose to give? What do I choose to birth into creation? And that is a very different way of living, and that is going to make all the difference on this planet. So I'm going to pause and see if there are if you guys have any comments, write them in. I would love to hear from you. Come on, bring it. What do you guys say?
Yeah, come on, guys. Tanya needs some oil on the fire.
Yeah, I needed to take a sip. I'm like, my throat's dry. Seriously, what does anybody feel about that? An amen? I don't know if I agree with that, Tanya. Bring it. What do you got? I can always count on Amnon for the hallelujah. So, anybody? Nobody talking?
Tiffany says it's good.
Tiffany said it's good?
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you for calling in as well, Tiffany. And I'm glad you love Wizard of Oz, and I think it's a great film for that, that symbol and understanding. But basically, we're almost at the end of the show. Is there anybody else?
Yeah, Michael says it's good too. And I know the guys on the chat on the Tanya Live show on Nissan Communications say, what is he talking about? We don't see those people. Those people are on blab. So we bring them